Mason Pond. You guys remember our field trip that we took, okay? Very important. Just here's your memories again. If you guys don't remember a very important trip to collect your samples for today. Hey guys, Miss B here. We're here at Mason Pond collecting water samples to test in class. So collect our samples. These are all my real clothes, by the way, guys. Ready to go. You guys remember that? You all put on your hip waders. We went over to Mason Pond, right? Very good. So now that you guys collected your water, it's time to head into your groups from the other day. So if you have forgotten your groups, if you have a king card, raise your hand. Kings, okay, make eye contact. There was your group from the other day. Very good.
You will be at station 1, starting off at station 1.
You guys can stay seated for now. Queens, raise your hand. Queens, okay, you guys are together. And Jack.
Queen.
Yes. And if you had a Jack card, raise your hand, a J. Very good, okay, that was your team. Make your eye contact with your partner. Very good, okay.
And you'll be going to station 3.
Okay, so Kings, point to where you're going. Station number 1, very good. Queens, station number 2.
Yep.
Okay. Jacks, where are we going?
3.
3.
Nice
Very good.
done. Go ahead and head on over there.
Wait.
And take your worksheet with you.
Okay. Very good. As you guys head to your stations, before you actually touch anything, your first thing you should be doing, remember we are acting as scientists, you guys are water quality specialists. Your job is to make some observations and some claims about the health of your water. Okay, so don't forget to put on your goggles.
Safety goggles. Mine's effective.
Don't worry, we have more. Yes.
So are we step 3?
We are on step number 2, testing. Okay, that's a lot. Step number 1, observations and claims. Thank you, Brian. So we're on step number 1, observations and claims. So take a look at your water. We'll give you 2 or 3 minutes. Make some observations. You are going to be sharing these observations with the other groups, kind of like ambassadors to the other groups and water quality tests, so we can have a full picture.
And if you forgot what your station looked like where you collected your water, we have a beautiful map of Mason Pond. You can see the people who collected their sample in the north. That's written on your beaker. Don't you remember you saw all those trees when you were collecting your water? And the water is very turbid where you collected it, meaning there was a lot of debris in the water. Go ahead.
You were at the east station, okay, remember it was a nice, this is just helping with your memory, right guys? There was a nice slope, okay? And then in the west, it was a very steep slope down to the water, just in case you guys forgot.
And if you remember also, the west corner was close to a lot of the parking lots, and the east corner was close to the roads and the buildings, and the north corner was close to buildings and trees. So I have a little timer set up here. So you'll have 2 minutes to just kind of write down some of your observations about your water, what you remember from when you were collecting it, and then also just some claims. Do you think your water's healthy, that sort of thing, and why you decide that.
Yeah, I just want to grab your cheat sheet.
Oh, okay.
If you forgot your memories, I can grab it for you.
I left it behind. Sorry.
Sometimes I forget.
Does anyone else need their memories?
We're not looking at the results.
Anyone memories?
So you'll be
memories.
writing down
Have your
your
memories?
observations and claims on this other side of this. So just flip your packet over. So, well, it's just actually, it's this page. So just write down some of your observations and your claims
About
your
1
water.
minute left, guys.
Are we just like messing around? Like,
Just look at it, kind of remember what the
Scientists don't mess around.
not like.
Please do not touch your water samples yet.
If you want to waft your water, see if there is a scent, you can waft it.
Yes, you can smell it if you like to waft it.
I think there's no why. It should be yellow why.
What if I like?
Okay, guys, about 30 seconds. You should be wrapping up your observations and your claims.
Remember, you will be sharing these with your other scientists, so make sure you can read your handwriting.
Should we be tasting it?
Please do not.
Okay.
Why is this big sun?
I'm not getting any smell. Did you get any smell from it?
All right, guys, we've got 10 more seconds. Start wrapping up your observations and
I don't
claims.
know what else I can write about the claims. I don't know much about it.
Whoa, that was good. Perfect timing.
That is the end of your timer.
Okay, guys, so now we moved on from step 1 to step 2, okay? We're gonna be testing our water. So first things first, if you did not check off on your little map on your worksheet, you can locate where you collected your water. As we go through our testing,
And if you forget,
Okay.
the marks are also on the board that you can remember what it said.
and it's listed on the beakers as well. You guys wrote that very well. Okay, so as you guys start your water quality testing, something we do want you doing throughout this whole process is you're gonna be making a data table, okay, to collect and kind of write down all your results from your testing. Important to note though is that you do have to leave space or find a way to incorporate the other group's data in your chart so that at the end of our activity we'll have a full picture of Mason Pond. Okay, we have some suggestions, some guidelines if you want them for how to make your data table.
And what you might want to include in that data table. So, now that you've remembered that you're going to be making a data table, keep that in mind when you start collecting your data.
Are you guys ready? Any questions before we move on to our sampling? Questions, friends?
So we're just creating a table right now.
Just creating a table.
Okay.
Yeah.
And think about, so your stations include pH, dissolved oxygen, and ammonia.
2.
And you also, if you remember, students, can I have your eyes really quickly? Students in the back, can I have your eyes, please? Hi, okay, so if you recall, when we were collecting the water, we took the temperature right away because we didn't want the water to come to room temperature. We wanted the water to be the temperature that it is when it was collected at the pond. So that temperature is marked on your beaker, so make sure that you do not forget to include that as well, please. Okay, so now that you are ready, you can begin to test your water at your station. There is directions of what you are meant to do. So,
Are you guys ready? Timer!
begin! So, pH. Remove probe from vial before testing and rinse.
If you guys have any questions, raise your hand. Grab us. So you guys.
So just pull it out here.
Sorry, you're doing this. Okay. These are your hands. I know this is the best one. That's why I wanted you guys to do it. So there you go. You're collecting your water. What a
Just
great
rinse
job.
from there.
And then as you guys finish this up, this is going to be like.
And then you can put your probe in your
So you got your
sample.
little ampule.
And then when it starts to
Collected your
come
water.
out and the number doesn't change for about 5 seconds, that's when you put it right now.
Whatever you guys. So we just that was an arrow to point it.
Okay.
So look, you guys.
Did you guys do
All right, ammonia. Have you
Oh, your friend did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you're doing? So what you're doing is you're gonna take this test tube,
No, she's just
fill it up with
Oh, so
your
that's
water
not
using one of the pipettes.
No,
Oh.
it is your
I
guys.
think that's like a 11.
Yeah, that's almost
Or
like,
even
yeah,
like
that's probably a 12 or more, honestly, that's really dark.
Okay.
I just did the south parameters.
Just remember, yep, your group too.
Now that you're at one, if you notice on the bottles it says add 8 drops of each. So just add 8 drops of each in your
You guys
sample,
doing
shake
okay?
it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and you'll see what color it has to. Either you have to decide though if it's the other samples or if it's all 3 samples.
Each do 2
Quick, quick.
No, you do 8 drops each of both of these ones.
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna rotate through. Okay, so we take care of. Yep.
You have questions? There is no unit for pH.
Oh, we bring our
So this
okay.
is just for sample 2.
Sample two. Yep.
Shit, I made
So now that you're done,
All right,
rinse your
cool.
probe and then put it back in the container.
Just need
All right, guys, start wrapping up. If you are finished, return your station back to how you found it.
What is that? Is this DO, right?
So that the next team can come and test their samples.
Invert it once
If
or
anyone still has any questions about what they're doing, please feel free to ask.
So we take our water with us?
Take our water with us?
Yes, okay, so as you're moving to the next station, please don't forget to take your beaker of water with you. So station 1, you will be going to station 2. Station 2, you'll be going to station 3 when they are finished. Station 3, when you are finished, please go to station 1.
Okay, are you ready?
This isn't where they.
So make sure you clean up your station. Make sure your liquid waste goes back into liquid waste, your pipette goes.
We just make it up.
Well, I mean, that is your sample.
Yeah.
But you have
So
to
you
pick
decide,
where it goes.
depending on the color, where
Okay.
they didn't place it where they think it.
Got
There
it.
you go, and you just clean that
So
out
what
right
is
here.
that like most
There you go. I got it for you guys. You guys can head to station number 1.
Yeah.
Yes, that's for the next group.
Okay,
I got my pen open.
station 3, you can come to
There you go.
station 1 over here.
I can't even visualize that.
I can't either.
You have your sample good.
I did this for.
All right.
Hmm? Everybody good on their next station? I want to get started till we're all ready.
Okay.
Oh, it's good.
Yes? Yes,
Is everybody
Roman, so?
ready? We're all ready. All right. Ready, set,
Nice.
Science!
All right, station number 1, you are doing pH. So you'll notice the sign says, remove probe from vial before testing. Beware there is liquid in the vial, so hold it upright before you remove. And then rinse it in the beaker that says rinse probe here.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Nicely done. So rinse your probe,
This is what you're doing. Look at your amazing hands.
and you can put it in the
That's
sample.
too expensive.
And
I
when the
really want
number
you guys to do this.
starts to even out, doesn't change for about 5 seconds, that will be the number that you record.
Ampules?
Professor, I can't open this childproof camera.
Push down.
I-
All right.
And it's each.
So that's my sample.
drops in
Did it on my hand.
Sample number 1.
It's not good.
And then take your little ampule, put in little grooves along the bottom. You break the tip off. The little titration gets back inside. The little chemical reaction.
Do I have to shake it or not?
You have to add from the second bottle as
The
well.
oxygen
And
is
you
reaction.
This is where the.
Is, you know, it's not
there's a little lid.
Yeah, no.
No, I really don't know. That's
Outside the
the
context.
Yeah. And then so just imagine this ended, and this is what you guys have.
Put your dirty pipettes in the user
Awesome. So we
So it's
recorded.
not lined up where we think it is. You have to use your eyes to figure it out.
Ready? Let's start.
Thank you.
No problem. Any questions as you guys are going through this?
Please feel free to ask.
Probably. You guys inverted. You have to invert it.
I shook it for a really long time.
Should it have leveled up by now? Oh, shoot.
You can get it to.
Yes.
Remember, we use time.
Oh, yeah, it's good. I think it's a little bit less. Maybe like.
Dissolved oxygen, do you have your number?
You want to get the
Yes. We call it eyeball
Okay,
it.
very good.
But
Just make sure when you guys are done, just you rinse it off in the DM water.
Yes. So that's one of the challenging things as scientists, we have to kind of do a little bit of guessing, which is why we sometimes do multiple trials.
What do we find, guys?
So that we get more guesses, and if they're all around the same value, then that's the value that we choose.
Did you use did you use the salt water or the fresh water? Which one did you use?
I did not.
The fresh water.
That was.
Fresh water. Very good, guys.
Nicely done. All right, please
Cool.
raise your
Cool.
hand if you are finished at your station.
You guys
All
done?
right, you guys done? All right, please clean up your station, take it back to how you found it, and then when you are ready, take your beaker and yourselves and go to the next station.
Rotate, rotate, rotate.
They're actually revolving.
What?
Rotate means you start the axis. They're revolving.
Revolving.
All right,
I'll make
everybody
sure to
at
change
their
that in our
station.
text that it says revolve from station to station.
All
Are you guys
right.
ready?
Woo!
2 minutes on the clock.
Go! Okay, pH. Yes, beware there is solution in there, so try not to spill it.
You don't have to.
You don't have to unscrew it, you can actually take it.
So you guys,
Yeah.
this is your lovely DO video. Imagine this is your hands conducting this very important science. You guys get your.
Rinse it down so that you're gonna rinse it off.
My
and then
one friend is standing on
rinse
a chair.
choke here.
Here we go, my other friend.
And then when you put it in your water
Okay, so get your
sample, the
ampule.
numbers will vary a little bit. So
Some
what
water.
you're gonna do is wait till it
Yep.
evens out for about 5 seconds, and that'll be the number that you can record for your
And then you're gonna take that
And
tip of the
for
ampule,
the
put it in a
average,
little
are we
groove,
gonna
you're
go
gonna
with
break
that?
off the bottom, get a little vacuum of the water you're testing.
So that-
your titration, color change, and then you can line it up
Averages?
on the
Oh.
scales.
Yes.
So for you guys, what that means is
Oh,
you're
that's
gonna be using
between
this
everyone.
and imagine if that is your
Oh, that's
end
not
result.
exact.
So the ampule is not located where,
So where do you think you're gonna
it's
put
just
it?
located wherever you place it. It's your job to figure out which one is which.
What about the data for that rest of that one?
Just accept it.
That's how you do
Ours
it.
is 7.
I'm gonna raise mine.
Perfect. Perfect.
And you can see what color.
Alright, Dio, do you have your number?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We-
So don't forget, you're gonna have to make a data table to record your data. That's how scientists share information.
So we.
Alright, you're done, guys?
Yeah.
So when you finish, make sure you dump that out in the waste.
Okay.
And then you're all good, put your dirty pipette in.
Cool.
And why did you choose this one?
Yeah.
How would you want it back in the box?
Probably that. Yes, please.
Okay.
You gotta go.
All right.
That was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
go.
I'll take it.
Okay, guys, so you can leave your stations as they are.
And take. That's so obnoxious. Alright, so when you're finished,
Come take your seats.
yes, go take. You can leave your water at the counter. So
Come along, my friends, the bell is about to ring.
go ahead and sit down.
Take a look at your playing card again for me.
I'm gonna run here.
If you have the suit of hearts, raise your hand. Woo! Hearts, okay? If you have the club, raise your hand. The little clover leaf.
Yo.
Club, okay? And if you have the spade, the little upside down black heart, raise your hand. Okay, all right. So what I would like you guys to do is act as the ambassador to your group. So I'd like you to pair up with your new partner and share that information. Your data with their data. Same for your observations and claims.
And remember, as scientists, it's very important to communicate our findings. So make sure you write down what they have as well. Go ahead and think, pair, share with whoever that was that you raised your hand with. So, and also, don't forget to write down what location they have.
Obviously, it's my data table.
You sound excited.
Oh, no, I did.
Look at my information. I dare not
Understand.
The only thing that you know is actually,
Actually.
in my data table.
It's right here, so if you actually look for this,
Yeah.
you'd be set.
You had 0.7.
Oh, really?
I took that as 0.6. What do you want, 2.5?
Also, don't forget to share your observation and claims about
I'm
it.
not sure it was 15.7. Yeah, so you read a
Whoa,
little.
this is 6.2.
So what's an observation?
Time delivered, but like those numbers.
Or is it classified as a lot less
College students, I was like, how many
Yes.
hours of time? Like if it was.
Interesting. So what about the observations and claims we made from just looking at them? Have you shared that? Alright, go ahead and do that. There's a place in the
Yeah.
where you can record. You'll see here under summary, there's a place where you can write what information you gather from them.
Branches. Do you have any branches? Air bubbles. Ooh, air bubbles. Interesting. Do you think that could have changed some of the results you guys had?
Location.
The branches are air bubbles? Yeah.
So if you notice, also in your packet under step 3, there's places to take notes about the observations that the other group made. Make sure that you can write down some of that as well, because scientists like to share.
You guys pretend.
mental note, reflection, do not use this sound.
We do not make that sound.
You can take your credit card out now.
Oh my God. Okay guys, so what we'd like you guys to do, wrap up your ambassadorship with the other groups, and you can go back to your original group now, and your job is to share the other two groups' information together. So by the end, you should be contributing one extra group each, and you have all three together. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so head back to your original group, kings, queens, and jacks.
Don't forget your card.
We'll give you guys
Or John, don't forget your card.
about 3 minutes to communicate that information from the other groups, to share your expertise, and then we'll wrap up for the next activity.
I think they just took it as like,
Also, don't forget to write down the observations they made about the other groups' observations.
Let me.
No, like when we were talking.
I got you. The prime pencil
Did
pad.
you write down what he had? And did you take
Were you a king or a queen? What was yours?
Yeah,
Was that
I was a
queen?
queen.
Perfect. You got your queen pencil right there.
Pat is used to wearing the goggles.
Alright, also,
How do you take them off your
I'm so sick.
if you want to, you can also make a Venn diagram comparing the observations from all three groups.
I haven't actually.
You have about 2 minutes left. Make sure that you haven't omitted any information. As scientists, we need to be thorough, and if we forget information, we have to do the whole process over again. So make sure that you can get as much down as you possibly can in these next 1 minute. One of you, yeah, there's a sound.
Okay.
Whitney and Jawan.
If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Oh, I see some calculators. I like to see that. What's the average of east, west, and north?
Least.
Oh, we need to tap into those guys.
What about wheat? Wheat?
We have wheat. We have like a wheat.
Need that. There we go.
Where are you going? We have like 1 minute
Yeah.
left. We have to get
9:59 seconds.
So what else do you guys have to talk about?
Our observation.
Observations of what you guys observed from your actual group.
Fantastic. You have observations from northeast. Only from east and south. Alright, does he have any other observations that you can share? Just remember, as scientists,
I'm starting to think it's sharp,
So, you were north, we had yellow water, west, or east.
Guys, we are going to
West have
collect.
yellow water, and it shows yellow as observation. Oh, so,
Okay.
we get brains.
Alright, we're almost done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
Yeah, I'm going to Okay, guys.
Wait,
So,
no. My timer went off exactly as this timer was
perfect.
on.
Okay, guys, so we're going to come around and collect your papers so we can move on to our next activity.
Please don't.
Is this story right? We need our name.
Please don't forget to put your name on your
Your
worksheet.
name, your
Who
period.
do we know how to give the Nobel Prize to?
You would, I know this is like
Is it
on
your
the spot. I don't want you on the spot, but did you want to talk a little bit about like what the final results and kind of sum it all up? Like, so.
Like a chat about like if we did continue through the
Yeah,
activity.
the properties of the three places and what it might have to do with things.
Yeah, so we definitely tweaked ours, and we're gonna do you guys as experts, just so you know too, like you would have gone off and been experts in your field of water quality parameters, then we would have came back and we would have discussed what you guys found. So just like real life, was there any differences you guys found between the data? We don't know. Yeah. So what differences did you see between group 1, group 2, or the north?
The name was,
The DO measurement that we
Oh,
came
that's
up
right.
with. Really never really came up with. So whether or not it's right, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Without
just
being-
And like, was it meta? Like, I realized like that would be hard because like we didn't have the opportunity to actually test
Is
each
anyone
one.
in here colorblind trying to like?
Oh, that's a real
The back line.
that's a real one. Colorimetric scales are not going to be for every person. So what type of technology could we use to eliminate that type of human bias? Yeah, and like, so did you guys use colorimetric for all of them? Were there ones where you had maybe different technology?
All the pH probes.
Yeah, you can use different probes, okay, that can give you the real numbers. So, if this was on a really giant scale, what could we expect guys to come from an area that's closer to yeah, nature, to trees, to vegetation, to grasses?
Debris,
Yeah.
organic debris.
So maybe more debris. So do you know,
Did
either off your
anyone
memories or
notice-
your fake memories or your real memories, anyone know what that could contribute?
I saw
if that
Brian's
means
when he was
less
passing and he had those little seed things
Yes.
with it's like a really small leaf.
So what could that contribute to? What value could that change, having more debris in the water?
Wouldn't it like lower the ammonia if there's more plants like around or in the water, or whatever is it?
So it's kind of a double-edged sword, and as I'm like thinking through it, it's kind of a double-edged sword. So you have any kind of runoff would be, so any nutrients would actually be absorbed by the trees. That's their job, to absorb nutrients. They want to incorporate that into their body. But more debris might mean that there's more broken down materials, so maybe that would elevate it a little bit. Maybe you'd have a little bit less oxygen in that area because it's kind of breaking down, there's going to be decomposers breaking down all of that debris. What would you expect coming from the kind of impervious building areas?
Parking lots.
Parking lots, flat rooftops.
Oil.
Oil for the cars.
Trash. So think about the parameters we were studying though, the pH, the dissolved oxygen, and the ammonia, or temperature.
Higher fluctuation of pH levels based off whether there's more base or more acidic materials thrown in.
So can you elaborate on that? What do you
Like,
mean?
I don't know what oil is, but like, yeah, like
Oh, okay,
cars
so-
spilled oil and it dripped down, it'd probably be, I guess, more basic, and you would notice that compared to the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. Or think about cars, what are they? Yeah, they would know, would that make water tend to be more acidic or more basic? More acidic, okay, absolutely. So maybe this is like a big giant lake, okay? We have more acidic water on the sides by the impervious surfaces. We didn't have time to test the clarity of the water, but you know, if you have lots of runoff, maybe that might affect the turbidity and how cloudy the water is. Yeah.
I just had a quick question about what would happen if we took it like right from the center of the pond?
So you can't see it, but does anyone know what's in the center?
Yeah, there's like a percolator thing going on.
So what would that affect? Number one, what would that be changing?
Filter. Wait.
It might filter.
It adds oxygen to it.
Might add oxygen, right? So it's going to be kind of moving the water more in the center. So would you expect more stagnant water on the outsides or the inside by that little fountain?
Outside.
Yeah, outside. So maybe there's less oxygen, less movement. It's written in your memories, but it does say that movement adds higher oxygen.
There's also more ducks in the north side.
Maybe there's more ducks on that side. What could that contribute to? Based off your memories, what is lots of nitrogen?
Yes,
Acidic.
Maybe more acidic, absolutely. It added more nutrients to the water. Any questions, guys?
It's a turtle on the east side too.
Yay, good job, guys!
I
Woo!
walk around there all the time.
Great science.
Good science.
And thank you for putting up with our double start, guys.
one of the little.
And my love.
One's a pretty big one, like you're big, it's a big giant
I
snake.
don't know, like, yeah, that was great.
That's totally anonymous.
Yay!